Hello guys and welcome! I hope that you're doing well. My name is UHDking, or I play 4K, AK, I play 8K, AK, I play 16K, and during this video I'm going to demonstrate for the first time in the world on YouTube January, as you can see, 19 2024, January 19 2024, 10K video resolution in Counter-Strike 2 PC game, CS2 in 10K gameplay, Counter-Strike 2 PC game running in 10K video resolution. It's not going to be 10K UHD, it's going to be a little bit different aspect ratio. Let me real quick go ahead and demonstrate it for you because we are approaching to the video RAM limitation of the Titan RTX video card that is today is equipped with 24 GB of video RAM. Please watch this video on the 8K UHD video resolution because my Nvidia Shadowplay is modified or hacked and Nvidia driver is modified or hacked, and it's recording through the Nvidia Shadowplay in 8K UHD natively, even on Titan RTX, even with old school codec, because Nvidia Turing GPU architecture that is powering the Titan RTX, it's Nvidia TU102 GPU, is ready for encoding in real time through the old school Nvidia codec in 8K UHD. And today exactly what I'm doing, even without modification or hack, it's available through the AV1 codec that was introduced for the Nvidia RTX 40 series video cards, and it's going to be RTX 4070, RTX 4070 Ti, RTX 4070 Super, RTX 4080, RTX 4080 Ti, RTX 4080 Super, and RTX 4090 video cards. However, it's possible on Titan RTX, and Titan RTX is a flagship video card for RTX 20 series video cards, or the first generation of the Nvidia RTX video cards. And this is very crucial and very important because this is going to be the first point in our graph of the benchmarking in Counter-Strike 2 PC game in all kind of different resolutions. I'm going to benchmark 1080p, 1440p, 4K UHD, 5K, 6K UHD by Apple, 7K equipped with the 3 4K UHD screens in vertical mode, 7K UHD by Red Cinema standard, by that company that delivering Red cameras, 8K UHD, 8K not UHD, which is a little bit higher aspect ratio, then 10K, another 10K but not UHD, then it's going to be 12K, build up out of the 3 8K UHD screens in vertical mode, and then 12K UHD, and then it's going to be 16K UHD video resolution. And all those benchmarks you can have pretty much watch at over UHDking.com YouTube channel. So don't forget to smash that like button and let me go ahead and keep going. This is going to be a little introduction. So what I want you to watch, check it out. This is 700% zoom on the Windows magnifier zoom application in Windows 10 professional operating system. Let me zoom in a little bit farther because I'm running crazy resolution. So I want you to have a look real quick at the pixel fill rate. I'm going to increase it because I'm going to overclock the Titan RTX. Pixel fill rate and bandwidth while overclocking the VRAM. This is for those PC hardware enthusiasts and extra information. So I'm going to use the MSI Afterburner and I'm going to overclock through the software, which is the safe overclock in the home safe environment. But as again, if you overclocking your hardware, you're doing it on your own risk and expenses. Something can go wrong and you can burn out your hardware. Nobody will compensate you. You're doing it on your own risk and expenses. But I'm going to record a beautiful tutorial how to overclock the Titan RTX video card, as well as RTX 2080 Ti video card, as well as how to overclock Intel i9-9900K CPU that I'm using today for the best possible performance that you don't want to miss over the UHDking.com YouTube channel. Anyways, as you can see, we improved dramatically. Pixel fill rate while overclocking the CPU, textual fill rate while overclocking the video RAM, and bandwidth while overclocking the video RAM. Alright, great results. Let me real quick go ahead and show it to you. I'm running as again Intel i9-9900K overclocked to 5.1 GHz from 3.6 GHz to 5.1 GHz per every single core, non-stop. It's not going to downgrade it itself, maybe by a couple megahertz, like 5-10 megahertz, but it's going to stay like that. It's running 8 physical cores, 8 physical threads. I disabled the hyper-threading technology, which is the additional 8 logical cores. But keep in mind, when it comes to Intel i9 9900K or Intel 9000 series CPUs, 2.7 logical cores through the hyper-threading technology is equal 1 physical core, or 2.7 logical threads, to be exact, from hyper-threading technology is equal 1 physical thread. So I decided to eliminate that because they're pretty slow, and I'm using the fastest cores, physical cores, and the fastest physical threads on those cores, and I'm sharing 60 megabytes level 3 instead of 16 logical threads. I'm using only 8 physical threads, so it's going to boost up also a little bit. It's like X3D by AMD kind of emulation, but on Intel through the tweaking. Alright, so you don't want to miss my tutorial how to bring the best from the i9-9900K. It's going to be available over the UHDking.com for those who's building PCs, gaming PCs from the used parts, which is the best way to build on a low budget and to receive amazing performance. So stay tuned, subscribe, smash that like button. A lot of time, money, energy is invested. Alright, so this is the motherboard. It's running 8X somehow. It's not running 16X, even if I don't have the M2 SSD installed. It's still doing that. Single video card installed. It's still doing that on a Z390 chipset motherboard. Asus Maximus here, it did it the same thing on Z370 with the RTX 2080 Ti, and on the Z390 with RTX 2080 Ti, single video card, doing 8X instead of 16X, and in the SLI, of course, doing 8X, and single Titan RTX doing 8X, but should be 16X. I did everything in the BIOS, just doing it. Maybe just because I'm overclocking my CPU too far. And 2 Titan RTX is, of course, going to be 8X because not enough PCI lanes version 3.0 revision on the motherboard. It's only supporting 24 PCI lanes. So if you're going to run 2 video cards at 16X, it's 32 PCI lanes without anything else, and it's impossible. CPU doesn't support maximum on the i9-9900K, 24 lanes on the PCI Express generation 3 that is running in the BIOS. Memory will be the fastest possible, 1600 megahertz internal frequency multiplied by 2 because DDR4, 3200 megahertz, CL11, which is crazy latency delay, not CL18, not CL16, not even CL14, CL13, not even CL12, CL11. The lower value in terms of CL latency is best. And 1T command. So when you consider DDR4, one step down in latency, about 250, 300 megahertz based on my test. It's like 200 megahertz dash 300 megahertz in terms of the performance boost, just lowering down the latency. All right. But this is going to be the fastest possible DDR4 by Corsair, one of the best. Fastest possible. G-Skill was a little bit faster. It's going to be 2500 megahertz internal times 2. As you already know, DDR4 external will be 5000 megahertz CL18, but unstable on this motherboard because I believe it's Micron technology chips, not the Samsung B chips, which loves the frequencies in terms of DDR4 memory, and Micron technology loves the latency but hates the frequency, and I think this is the why it's unstable on this motherboard. But I will try to test this memory in the future with Z690 chipset or Z790 chipset, and we're gonna do the entire walkthrough for the folks that building computer from used parts to decide which combination is the best for gaming and for the 3D rendering and as workstation. Alright, so yeah, makes sense. Titan RTX right now is overclocked. This is the frequencies, and it bench with just 8 physical cores, 8 physical threads, 7.4 times, which is great out of the 8 cores for the Intel 9000 series generation. This is a great scalability. Multi-thread will be 4500 which is great, guys, for Intel 9000 series. But we are not talking about multi-thread when we're talking PC gaming. Even in 2024 or 2025, we're talking single-thread performance. So single-thread performance above 600, 607, sometimes 610, it depends. But in average, like 608 score for this Intel i9-9900K overclock at 5.1 gigahertz. I can clock it all the way with 6 cores to 5.3 or with the 8 cores to 5.2, but unstable. Sometimes when it's running 4K HD, it's crashing at 5.2 when it's utilizing around 80% of the CPU. But it's completely stable 5.1 gigahertz while running 8 physical cores, 8 physical threads. Keep that in mind no matter what you do. Alright, so this part is explained real quick. ADA64 GPU benchmark. For those who's curious, again, please watch this video on 4K HD as minimum. And for the best possible visual experience, 8K HD, just switch it in your YouTube player to 4320p, which will be 8K HD, or 2160p, which will be 4K HD. So this is the score for the PC hardware enthusiast, and this is, guys, the score while I tested the CPU and system RAM. Look at this, 46 nanoseconds, kind of slow. It's usually below 45 nanoseconds. I probably should rebench it. I didn't close the application in the background, so I was running some applications in the background and running the Google Chrome browser. So it's 46 nanoseconds, but usually it's running below 45 nanoseconds, like 44.3, 44.7, which is great. And bandwidth is great, almost 50,000 megabytes, but nothing when we are talking bandwidth in terms of the video RAM. Video RAM bandwidth increased through the video RAM overclock to plus 1190 megahertz. We increased 120 gigabytes per second. So my video RAM overclock, just additional boost, is twice higher bandwidth than system RAM capable to push at maximum peak. Maximum peak will be almost 50,000 megabytes or 50 gigabytes. Keep that in mind. Alright, so my video RAM is faster than my level 3rd cache on the CPU, which is unbelievable, mind-blowing. So it's below 10 nanoseconds and almost as fast as level 2nd cache, almost like hair slower. So it's around 2.5 nanoseconds video RAM. GDDR6 by Samsung. This is just unbelievable, guys. This is a great result. Alright, so everything is covered. By the way, in the background, this is the system that I'm using. I'm going to go ahead and execute, guys. I'm running the Steam version. It's a purchase version. Every single game that I'm testing is purchased. Keep that in mind. So let me go ahead and execute the game, and we're gonna go through it. I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of I'm not gonna comment, so you're just gonna look at the left top corner. I think the best way for you will be look at the left top corner. But before we're gonna do it, let me real quick increase the size of the, here we go, of the MS Afterburner, so you're gonna see what's going on the screen. Alright, so it's not gonna be too small. Alright, so icon's so small. Look at how small my start button is, just unbelievable small right there. Windows 10 professional operating system. This is my gaming system. Usually it's running offline, that's why I'm showing it to you. So I'm playing games, or sometimes online I'm playing Battlefield 3 and such. But reinstalling and doing constantly benchmarks on this system. So I'm going to test all of those games, a lot of old school games, because I'm trying to do 16K HD video resolution as the first vertex towards our benchmarking all the way to 16K HD video resolution as the first coordinate, first data of first vertex of the data. But let me go ahead and see, where is the Counter-Strike? I didn't see, right here. Let me execute that, and it's running. So it's going to be all visual presets. I'm going to start with a low visual preset, then I'm going to start with very high visual preset. Very high visual preset will be without 8x MSA, without any anti-aliasing, and then I'm going to use very high with 8x MSA anti-aliasing. Keep that in mind. Alright, guys, enjoy. I'm going to turn it up, and you're going to watch it. It's going to be a benchmark that I will try to use every time I'm going to test Counter-Strike 2 game, until they're gonna tweak something and benchmark is not going to work. And hopefully I'm building right now, coding the benchmark in C# language, so it's going to be a benchmark actually that you can run it as well, and when we can share the score results in the future. So stay tuned for that. Alright, guys, enjoy. Alright guys, you can see the black screen. This is going on through the scope, sniping scope. In 5K UHD, just little one, but already not as good as at 4K UHD, and about 5K UHD video resolution, the scope is black screen, and I believe this is a bug because they're using the sprite and it's not dynamically scaled, okay, on the whole screen, and this is a bug. Hopefully developers are watching that. Developers that develop the Counter-Strike 2 or CS2 game, and they're gonna fix this bug. Go ahead and smash that like button, and if you know the developers, let them know. Hopefully they're gonna fix it because they didn't test this game above 4K HD video resolution. Some folks on the YouTube showing 8K UHD, but they don't have that issue because they're lying about the 8K UHD. It's not the native, and throughout this video every single resolution over UHDking.com YouTube channel will be native, guys. If it says 8K UHD or 10K UHD in our case, it is a native. Look at the crazy video RAM utilization, almost 19 gigabytes already, and I don't think, guys, that we'll be able to run 16K UHD even at low. But stick around, check out the UHDking.com YouTube channel and check out the benchmarks. I'm gonna create a playlist and I'm gonna test on a single Titan RTX video card and on a 2 Titan RTX video cards and SLI, and of course on the future PC gaming systems and on the future mobile devices as well. That's why I'm running in the full screen mode, because we can test it with the future mobile devices on the Windows 12 that's running the iOS the mobile iOS devices such as iPhone, iPad, that's running the A chip or M chip, and you can install Windows 12 operating system in the future, and that's why you gotta run in full screen Windows mode, because you can test it on those devices. Otherwise, mobile devices struggling to run full screen above 4K HD video resolution. Keep that in mind. There is a problem with the pixelizations there. It's like a problem with the sorting. I know that as a software developer. Keep that in mind. That's why. Stick around, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Share it with your friends. You're watching the future gaming. And I know the FPS is low, but this is the first point of data. The point of this video to test the first generation of the RTX video cards and the flagship of the first generation of the RTX video cards by Nvidia, such as Nvidia Turing GPU architecture. Titan RTX is a Nvidia TU102 GPU as flagship of the Turing GPU architecture by Nvidia and flagship of the RTX 20 series video cards. It's faster than RTX 2080 Ti video card, and RTX 2080 Ti video card is not possible to run in 10K video resolution because it's featuring 11 gigabytes of video RAM, and right now we are almost 17 gigabytes of video RAM. So 24 gigabytes of video RAM is required to run 10K video resolution in Counter-Strike, even at low visual preset when it comes to Nvidia video cards. AMD Radeon video cards using a little bit less video RAM while doing the same task. Alright, guys? So I done that. I'm going to go ahead and start the game again. I'm going to change the preset and I'm going to reboot the game. The reason why I'm rebooting the game, because I'm cleaning the system RAM and video RAM garbage collector throughout the game engine by Valve. So it's through game engine. Because, guys, I didn't build this game engine, I'm not sure how well is garbage collector while it's cleaning the system RAM and video RAM. So I want to show you the proper information in the left top corner. That's the reason why. And I don't want to use an extra video RAM. That's the reason why I'm doing the reboot every time I'm switching between the resolution, because we're running a heavy resolution and you better do that every time. I'm telling you as a system engineer and a software developer. Alright, so as you can see, 10,880 by 5,760. Window mode, I'm going to switch to a full screen mode. Window full screen. But it doesn't matter, it's still borderless anyways. In Counter-Strike 2 PC game, in CS2 PC game. So very high will apply the 8 times MSA and everything will go so slow now. I'm going to turn it down. And turn down the MSA. Look at this, video RAM is going to go cuckoo now. Everything is freezing. And I'm recording with Nvidia Shadow Play in real time. Hopefully it's not going to freeze. This is my first time running it, so I'm just hoping, guys. So I'm gonna turn down, if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me, but it's so slow. Yeah, just slow in terms of the frames per second. So I'm gonna turn down that 8 amps MSA. It didn't freeze, it's just so slow. It's probably 1 FPS, something like that. And I'm gonna go none. Okay, very high, but none in terms of the anti-aliasing mode. Lower in terms of the frames per second, from low to very high, but without the anti-aliasing. But anti-aliasing, I think around 1-2 FPS. That was like a freezing. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and reboot the game. Keep in mind that Fidelity FX Super Resolution is off, so we're not gonna use any DLSS, which is upscale. We're not gonna use any Fidelity FX Super Resolution. This is the native resolution, but actually it's a DSR. Trick it. I modified the driver, but Windows 10 Professional Operating System, including the Nvidia driver, thinks that this is a native resolution, and it's outputting to my EKUHD screen, TV screen, keep that in mind. But it's thinking actually that this is a native resolution. It doesn't matter how it's outputting the signal to a cable, it's still rendering in 10K video resolution, which is 10,880 pixels by 5,760 pixels, and it's doing that. Alright, and it's gonna do it no matter what is the frequency of your refresh rate of your screen or how big your screen is. Still going to be plus minus 1 FPS as a native when they're gonna release the native 10K video resolution. Keep that in mind. So this is emulation, but as good as native through my software developer skills. Alright, while hacking the Nvidia driver to the system RAM debugger tool. Every old school developer, C++, Visual Basic 6 developers knows that. I learned about it in 2007, and I applied the skill in like when? In 2013 or 2014, and it's working, guys. You can do that. Alright, so let me go ahead and do that. I'm gonna reboot the game. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reboot the game real quick, and let me actually, I don't think I saved that. Let me apply the settings. Oh, I did apply it. No, let me put full screen window. I think it's saving in the cloud, and somehow it doesn't save full screen window. Let me turn it down, and let's go ahead and have a look. Guys, it's looking beautiful. You can see the faces at the distance at that menu. There is two soldiers sitting there, and that faraway soldier, you can see his face. If you're gonna look at 4K HD, you're not gonna see clearly his face. Right now you can see clearly his face. This is just unbelievable. I cannot wait to test in 16K HD, but I have a doubt that we can even run it at low visual preset in 16K HD. But we're going to find out, so stick around. I didn't test it yet myself. I was testing all kind of different games with a single Titan RTX video card before I'm going to switch back to two Titan RTXs and SLI in 16K HD, all kind of classic games. Keep in mind that I also cover CSGO or Counter-Strike Global Offensive in 16K HD video resolution as a first YouTuber. It's available over the UHDking.com, or visit my project 15,360 times 8,640.com regarding the 16K UHD gameplays, 16K UHD video resolution. Do not miss that, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And guys, please smash that like button. I'm looking to have your support. A lot of haters hate me because I'm ruining the reality. 1080p is the best gaming. When they're gonna see that, they're peeping in their pants and they're like, oh my god, look at this, look how beautiful everything is. This is just unbelievable. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to go ahead and execute the FPS command just to show you that FPS is running 1000 FPS, and then I'm going to execute the play demo, and it's going to be my benchmark demo. I'm going to include this in the video description underneath of this video on the YouTube, or in the comments on the YouTube, and where you can download it and test it for yourself. But as again, I'm trying to build a benchmark when we can benchmark it and we can see the whole delta available to you to study after the benchmark is over, and hopefully we can share it online just like 3D Mark. I'm trying to develop that, and by UHDking, so stick around. I will try to use the AI, artificial intelligence to help me out as well as an extra skill learned. Anyways, good luck, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends. Wow, a lot of errors in the console, as you can see. They gotta fix all of those errors or fire a lot of people at Valve. I cannot believe that Valve released something like that with a bunch of errors. Just like Crytek company did. This is unbelievable in Crysis 3. They gotta fix this. Wow, 30 FPS currently. Average is 30 FPS as well. This is great performance, guys. Maximum visuals except the anti-aliasing is off. But you don't need the anti-aliasing, guys, at 10K video resolution such as like this. Everything is beautiful and sharp. Unless you're running like over 200 inches screen TV or monitor, then you need to have anti-aliasing. And as again, Titan RTX is the first video card that allow us to run Counter-Strike 2 PC game or CS2 PC game in 10K video resolution. Due that it has and featuring the 24 GB of video RAM that is crucial for the Nvidia video cards to run CS2 in 10K video resolution or above. I cannot wait to test it with 2 Titan RTX video cards and SLI, so stick around and smash that like button, guys. Hopefully FPS will be like 40 FPS. Cannot wait. And then with the newer video cards such as RTX 3090, RTX 4090, and Nvidia Blackwell RTX 5090. Cannot wait to test it, guys. It's going to be amazing. Alright, guys, enough talking, keep watching, enjoy. Yeah, that's cool problem. After 5K HD, it's going to be a black screen, guys. So people showing 8K HD, but scope problem is not there. They're faking. They're not running native, so don't trust them. This is the native right here. And check out my 8K HD native. It also will be scope problem black screen. This is when it's native, and hopefully developers will fix that. And it was since the beginning, so it wasn't like that before. I tested in the late October of 2023. It was like that, guys. Keep that in mind. And today is again January. Right now it's probably January 20th, 2024, because it was almost midnight, and it's still there. This is the last version on Steam on January 20th, 2024. The scope issue. Keep that in mind. So you know what kind of issue the Counter-Strike 2 PC game has. has problems above 4K HD with the scope. Hopefully they're gonna fix that. Report to everyone, use it on the forums, guys. Check out my playlist for these benchmarks. I'm gonna organize it for you. And as again, don't forget to smash the like buttons, because a lot of haters, they don't like the reality that I'm showing, and they're so pissed. They don't know how to do that, because to be able to do that, you gotta be a software developer, system engineer, PC hardware enthusiast, gamer. You gotta know a lot of skills to be able to do it. Like, it's like 5 people to accomplish something that I'm accomplishing right now, while demonstrating for you these benchmarks over the UHDking. That's why I'm UHDking. But haters trying to find out, those bots trying to find out how I'm doing that, and they will never get it, guys, never. But one day I'm gonna share it with you. If my YouTube channel will hit over 100,000 users, 100,000 subs, I'm gonna share with you the tutorials how to hack the Nvidia driver to put any resolution that you like. But 16K video resolution is the top, and I'm gonna demonstrate it actually for you by the end of this video, so stick around. That video RAM utilization is crazy, almost 24,000 megabytes, which is 24 gigabytes. 24 gigabytes will be like 24,600 megabytes, but I believe that 200 megabytes used by the operating system, so 24,480 megabytes, I believe, the maximum that you can utilize. So I don't think we will be able to run 3 times MSA. I don't think it's going to be benchable in real time. Guys, I decided to get a comment because I think I better comment, because for the beginners to know exactly what's going on the screen, I think I'm going to be commenting 12K video resolution as well. I didn't comment 5K, 4K, 6K, 7K, 8K, but I think this type of resolution I better comment. Alright, so it's done. So let's go ahead and run it and change the resolution real quick. Stick around till the end of this video. For the beginners, I'm gonna show as a fact that 16K video resolution is a maximum renderable resolution under 3D real-time rendering API. No matter what kind of API you're talking about, open source or commercial APIs such as DirectX API, OpenGL, OpenCL, Vulkan API, Nvidia CUDA API, Metal API by Apple, still 16K video resolution is max for the 3D surface, 3D world, 3D canvas. They call differently in terms of the APIs. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a look. 10,880 times 5,760, as you can see, just like my desktop set to that resolution. I'm gonna demonstrate my desktop resolution by the end of this video, as well as the Nvidia driver. I have some person from YouTube join me as a friend. You can join me as a friend, guys. Join me as a friend. Anyways, on Steam, let's have some fun, play some games together. Anyways, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and enable that now, and I think we're gonna overload the video RAM by crazy. But first, let's go ahead and put anti-aliasing, probably 2x. Let's see what's up. Can it handle 2x before 8x? So this very high visual preset, but instead of anti-aliasing 8x MSA, I'm using 2x MSA, and indeed it can handle it. But let's go ahead and get into the game. But check it out. Remember I told you 2 soldiers. You can see clearly the details on the faraway soldier in his face, and some details right here, texture right here. It's like banded there, bandage. You're not gonna see something like that in 4K HD. It's going to be blurred out. The details are still here. Let me use the zoom tool and find out what is on the box. That red whatever on the box. I'm gonna use magnifier zoom tool and check it out. Yes, indeed, we're running 10K video resolution, it says Meroc. Okay, if you're gonna do something like that, even zoom in under 4K HD, it's going to be blur there because the pixels are not there and it's not going to be rendered. Right now 1200 video, 1200% Windows magnifier zoom tool, and I'm gonna zoom in all the way to 1600%, which is maximum percentage on the Windows magnifier zoom tool, and everything is still here. Check it out. Let me put to the soldier, but this is the farthest away object. Let me put to the soldier and look at those details still here. A pause. See that? On the 4K HD, it's not gonna say A pause if you're gonna zoom into it through the magnifier zoom tool. Go ahead and try it. 4K HD isn't gonna do that. It says that all the details under 1600% zoom, and this is like upscale from 10K video resolution to 1600%, which is probably like 32K video resolution, something like that. But just because it's upscale, native, without any anti-aliasing, without DLSS technology, it's kind of, we can see, I'm not sure if you're gonna see it, maybe it's going to blur out for you through the YouTube re-encoding method, because I'm not gonna re-encode this video. I'm just gonna upload it in 8K HD just like I'm recording it. But I can see that right here, the edges of the 3D model, 3D primitive edges of the 3D geometry needs to have some anti-aliasing, but this is only under 1600%. So assume if you're running, probably if you're running 250 inches screen, then you're gonna see that those edges need some anti-aliasing. And you don't want to sit far away, you want to enjoy if you're running 300-inch screen. And in 2024 I'm going to show you guys, in fact, 300-inch 16K UHD as build up of the 4 8K UHD screens as array, and you're going to see a lot of copycats will be copying me, but I'm already giving you the idea. Keep in mind that Titan RTX video card cannot support 4 8K UHD screens at 60 Hz. It just cannot. It doesn't have enough ports that support that. It can render it through the GPU, but cannot output it. Keep that in mind. It can only output 4 8K UHD at 30 Hz. Okay. The newer video cards such as RTX 30 series video cards, which is the Ampere GPU architecture, the next GPU architecture by Nvidia, capable to run 4 8K UHD screens at 60 Hz, especially RTX 40 series video cards, flagship such as RTX 4090 video card capable to do that. And if you're playing 16K UHD, I advise you to get RTX 40 series video card flagship such as RTX 4090 video card, such as RTX 4090 video card, that equipped with 24 GB of video RAM. Too bad Nvidia didn't equip it with the 32 GB of video RAM or 48 GB of video RAM. But the next Nvidia Blackwell will feature, guys, 48 GB of video RAM, and I cannot wait to test it with the RTX 5090 video card, and it's going to be in the beginning of 2025. It's going to be 95% of the games you can run in 16K UHD. Right now, you can run 90% of the old school games in 16K UHD if they are supporting without any issues on 2 Titan RTXs, if under DirectX 11, DirectX 9, or DirectX 10 in two-way SLI, and its playable performance way above 30 FPS. The games that was released before 2017 in 16K UHD, and they're looking mind-blowing, guys. Details are unbelievable. Alright, let me go ahead and get going, guys. So two times MSA, we're gonna reboot the game real quick. Let me see, do I need to yeah, let's go ahead and apply that. I'm gonna use the full screen window mode. I'm gonna apply that. So very high visual preset. Oops, took a little bit of seconds to apply that. I'm going to go ahead and quit. I decided, guys, anyways, go ahead and real quick comment that. It's going to be better if I'm gonna, as again, comment for the newcomers, and I'm gonna share this way much better experience. It's not going to be as fast as possible, just like I did 4K, 5K, 6K, 7K, 8K video resolutions, but I think if I'm gonna comment, it's going to be much better. It's going to be informative, and I'm all about sharing this information and sharing the details and data with you. So this is all about that. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, full screen window mode, very high, everything maxed out, as you can see. Where it's very high, it's very high. When it's high, it's a maximum as high. Alright, you can see it. As again, I'm coming in real time. There is nothing wrong with my voice, guys. My voice is a little bit squeaky and changing, by the artificial intelligence because it's removing some noise. I'm singing by the open case, and system is running in open case, 100% fan rotation on Titan RTX, and it's kind of noisy because dual fan design by the Founder Edition and Titan RTX, and it's kind of noisy, but artificial intelligence removing it and can a little bit disturb my voice, but there is nothing wrong with my voice, keep that in mind. So 2 times MSA. Let's go ahead. Oh, look at this. Did you see the textures was there, and then it wasn't detailed. It was kind of a low quality texture, and then it brought some details to it. It was like a color texture, and then within the details, I believe this is the limitation of the bandwidth of the video RAM. So GPU can render it, but video RAM really doesn't have enough bandwidth to store it. So it took a little bit of time to store the data from the GPU, from the level second cache that is shared. Nvidia Turing GPU architecture has level 1 cache and level second cache, and after level second cache it passed to the video RAM, and video RAM is not fast enough, even at, I believe it's running about 2.6 nanoseconds latency based on Nvidia CUDA benchmarks, 2.8 nanoseconds, something like that. But GDDR6X is way above 1 terabyte of bandwidth per second. It's unbelievable. Cannot wait to have it. Right now I'm running almost 800 gigabytes per second, which is as fast as RTX 3080 video card that featuring the GDDR6 but updated version, a little bit faster by the Nvidia. Alright guys, so enough talking. FPS, I just explained to you some details. Hopefully you appreciate that. Don't forget to smash that like button. So FPS max 1000 FPS just in case, and play demo, and I'm gonna execute it. As again, I'm gonna share this demo for you. If I'm not gonna develop a benchmark, I'm gonna just share the demo with you so you can bench it and you can see how well is your system running against mine, against the first beta towards the benchmarking in Construct 2 PC game. Every time I'm rebooting, I'm resetting my average FPS so the data is correct. I just reset my average FPS, keep that in mind. Just after I loaded the demo, I'm resetting the average FPS with a short key. By 3 FPS lower, not so bad, with 2 times anti-aliasing MSA8, which is heavy. Titan RTX or Nvidia Turing GPU architecture is not afraid of the anti-aliasing methods, but it's a little bit afraid of the ambient occlusion. Ambient occlusion is heavier than anti-aliasing methods on Nvidia Turing GPU architecture. But on Nvidia Maxwell GPU architecture, the anti-aliasing was kind of heavy, and ambient occlusion is even heavier, keep that in mind. Hopefully I didn't test it yet, RTX 40 series video card flagship such as RTX 4090 video card will have no problem with the ambient occlusion. Hopefully like 5% performance loss, and anti-aliasing will be like nothing. This is what I'm predicting. I'm about, guys, to start testing with the RTX 4090 video card, so don't forget to smash that like button, watch my ads, watch my sponsors, support me guys, and we're gonna start it. I'm trying to wrap up because this is very crucial. This is the first video card, the first generation RTX video cards that is capable to run 16K UHD video resolution, and I'm trying to test it to show you how well it is, because this is very important. This is a crucial data right here, because first generation of the RTX video cards is very crucial. It was like just like GTX 8800 video cards, and Titan RTX is like GTX 8800 Ultra. It's just a very special video card, and I'm trying to cover it as best as possible, because the same GPU as Titan RTX using TU102 GPU with the 4608 CUDA cores is featured on the Quadro RTX 6000 video cards and Quadro RTX 8000 video cards. Quadro RTX 8000 video card is so crazy because it's like $8,000 when it was released, while Titan RTX was like $2,500. So I invested $5,000 for 2 Titan RTXs, and I mined Bitcoin an amount of $5,000 actually with those video cards, so it's paid back. Guys, don't forget to support me. Look at this beautiful volumetric smoke. It was so crazy, especially under 10K video resolution. The density of the particles is a little bit heavier than under the 4K UHD video resolution, and it's so extreme in terms of that volumetric smoke. Beautiful smoke in Counter-Strike 2 PC game, in CS2 PC game, much better than in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Yep, still problem with the scope. As again, I explain it as a software developer as I see it. They're using the sprite and it's not dynamically scaled. It's using the static position and somewhere who knows where disappeared. You're gonna see it at 5K UHD video test that I did over UHDking.com. Go ahead and check it out. You're gonna see that it's going to be just a little bit of scope already not correct as under 4K UHD. And this is the signal that developers, as again, was so lazy they didn't test it about 4K UHD. And that's why, guys, that a lot of developers getting fired and the games are not good any longer because they're paying attention. They developing for profit instead of developing for enthusiasm and for the gamers. Not like it was in 90s or early 2000s. Yeah, above 20 FPS, 2 Titan RTXs, if it's going to perfectly scale at 97% or higher, it's supposed to show at least 40 FPS average. It's going to be playable for the people that playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive on Intel integrated GPUs on their CPUs. It's still going to be playable for them and it's going to be fun, but it's going to be unbelievable visuals. Guys, it's just incredible visuals. Especially if your screen at 80 inches or 65 inches or 70 inches, you're gonna have so much fun. But I still believe that textures are not loaded fully yet. Not all pixels on the textures loaded fully yet. Because that now probably a texture like what? 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. But I believe in Counter-Strike 2 PC game it's going to be 2048 pixels by 2048 pixels per weapons, 3D weapons. And if this is the case, then right now, even at 10K video resolution, we're not loading the full texture if it's 2048 pixels by 2048 pixels per 3D weapon. Keep that in mind. So you probably need to be running 16K UHD video resolution to load the whole 2048 pixels for that little 3D weapon. The whole pixels of that texture just fully rendered the way it was designed by the graphics designer. As you can see, guys, I'm providing a lot of data no matter what kind of industry you're coming. Graphics designer, 3D artist, 3D animator, software developer, game developer, PC hardware enthusiast, PC builder, system engineer. A lot of information that you can learn over the UHDking. I have a lot of tutorials besides the gameplay. So go ahead and smash that like button, guys. I'm looking for your support, and subscribe, please. I'm looking to have for your support. Share it with your friends. Tell them to support me because you know, I'm going to collect that money from that. I'm not going to waste it like all those YouTubers do. I'm going to invest back into hardware or into the games. I'm always giving some giveaways on the holidays and even just throughout the regular days over UHDking.com. A lot of people want some giveaways. Let me know if you want a couple of my giveaways in the comments down below. Be appreciative. Let people know. And yeah, subscribe, guys. Subscribe and support me. Let's go ahead and try the 4X. Let's go ahead and try the 4X. Keep in mind the Titan RTX right now running at maximum. It's overclocked. But just because it's thermal throttling, dual fan design, not enough to cool it down. Even a single video card. If it's going to be on water, it's going to be about 10% faster because it's going to be constantly running above 2000 megahertz. But right now, as you can see, it's lowering itself down and it's running like around 1800 megahertz, so 200 megahertz slower than it's supposed to be, and it's about 10% performance loss when it comes to Nvidia Turing GPU architecture. 200%, 200 megahertz of the performance loss on Titan RTX video card is exactly around 10%. You can water cool it, but you're gonna invest like $100. I advise you to go ahead and invest towards newer video card, and better sell the Titan RTX and invest that $100 towards the newer video card. I'm not advising you guys to set the custom water cooling loops or even get a water cooling loops, because it's gonna cost you at least $150 as minimum, and you better invest it towards newer video card or much faster video card, or keep for the newer generation of video cards for the future. That type of money. Not advising you to do that. It doesn't make any sense. So for 4 times MSA, let's go ahead and have a look. Please don't crush on us. I didn't test it yet, guys, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Oh, look at this. We had some problem with the garbage collector. Alright. 4 times MSA, still taking it. Very high visual preset, but anti-aliasing method 4 times MSA. Let's go ahead and, guys, reboot it. Let me actually apply that. I'm not sure why it's still switching to Windows mode. Maybe just because it's saving to the cloud on Steam. Maybe Valve company doesn't understand that full screen window can be at this resolution. Alright, so I saved that. Let me go ahead and reboot, and let's go ahead and try it. Who knows, maybe EDX will be benchable in real time, benchable experience. Again, even if the FPS is low, it's not about the gameplay right now under those type of crazy resolutions. It's about to set the first data towards the 16K video resolution and above 8K video resolution, guys. That's why I'm UHDking, you already know. That's why I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K. Because I'm above 8K UHD video resolution, above and beyond, as the first YouTuber since 2015, but over UHDking.com YouTube channel since 2016, before the Linus Media Group did. So don't forget to smash the like button. Linus Media Group did 4 months after me, and he tested all the games that I did, Half-Life 2 and all the games that I tested, but never provided to me the credit. Oh my god, such a bad guy. Anyways, 4 times MSA, beautiful. Alright, it's ready. FPS max, just for those haters, naysayers, 1000. But anyways, it doesn't matter, to be honest, like, because we will never even hit 200 FPS, and I believe it by default it's like 300 or 400 FPS without this command in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. But in Counter-Strike 2, I think it's automatically unlocked to the FPS max and 1000 FPS. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I unlocked it before, but just want to share it with you. Alright, so play demo. It's a command. Play demo together, space, and I'm going to use my demo. As again, I'm going to share it, guys, with you. Go ahead and download it. I'm going to share it over my ModeDB official web page when I'm modding the games, which is, you don't want to miss. It's going to be unbelievable. I'm going to use my graphic designer skills, 3D artist, 3D animator, and software developer skills, and I'm going to improve the games like you never saw before, such as Quake 2 RTX. Well, I'm going to do the RTX way better, that like you never saw before, when the metal will be like real metal. It's called cinematic mode for Quake 2 RTX over ModeDB. Do not, guys, miss it. It's, if you Quake 2 player, it's the best mode out there. The metal looks just like real-time photorealistic metal, much better than Nvidia RTX mode did for the Quake 2 RTX. It's like extension. I extended the Quake 2 RTX through my cinematic mode, and it's available for free to download over the modedb.com. Just Google cinematic mode or UHDking on ModeDB, and you can Google UHDking or UHDking with a 1, when replace I with a 1, just like you can see at the left top corner. It's my signature. Look at this, knife texture is not displayed correctly. Okay, it's fixed. It was loading, I think, into the video RAM. Still below 24,000 megabytes, almost 24,000 megabytes. I think 8X will overload. It's going to be like 24,000, probably 900 or 25,000. We're gonna find out. Nvidia driver doing a good job. Maybe it's going to offload some data from the video RAM into the system RAM. Oh, check it out. The texture still loading. didn't load it. It's probably sitting in a system RAM, and that's why it didn't load it on the weapon yet. It still takes some time to load it because as you saw, the system RAM is at its peak, it's 50 gigabytes per second, while the video RAM is almost 800 gigabytes per second. So the video RAM is 16 times can push more bandwidth than a system RAM of DDR4, that GDR6, and GDR6X even almost 20x over the DDR4, which is featured on RTX 30 series video cards and RTX 40 series video cards, flagship video cards. Yeah, so 4X is struggling. You can see if it's offloading some data by the system RAM. Right now the system RAM is almost 15,000 megabytes. Yeah, the particles are not loaded. It's loading the color but not loading the texture of the particles. So you can see that Construct 2 game is using the not only the color on the particles but also the texture on the particles. You can see a lot of details while troubleshooting it with me. Or if you're a game developer, software developer, you can see it clearly. And some details on the 3D weapons is not loaded, as you can see. So I think the reason why, because it's offloading some data from the video RAM into the system RAM. Maybe it's not fast enough to refresh it. Or maybe just drop it completely, not offloading even the data from a video RAM into the system RAM. I didn't. Oh, look at the system RAM utilization, almost 19,000 megabytes. Yeah, we are offloaded about like what, 4 or 5 gigabytes from a video RAM into the system RAM to keep it going. Because remember when I started, my system RAM utilization was below 14,000 megabytes at low visual, and this is how it's supposed to be for the system RAM, because system RAM should be reflected at all. By improving the resolution at the same, by improving the visual preset at the same resolution, video RAM should be affected, but not the system RAM. But right now my system RAM utilization is almost 19,000 megabytes, 20,000 megabytes I just saw system RAM utilization. So that's why, so it's uploading some data from a video RAM into the system RAM, and system RAM is not fast enough. That's why some textures are not here, unfortunately. And it's still the bug, but this bug with the black screen, you already know it's a sprite probably. They're probably using the sprite of the scope, and it's not dynamically scaled to the resolution, which is a bad idea. When you are developing games, always make sure that everything what's supposed to be scaled, like a scope or menu, is dynamically coded and not static position. Code the position based on the screen size and divide it and put the menu and all the elements in the game. I'm sharing with you as a software developer, as a game developer, guys. This is the proper way to code it, and look like they didn't code it correctly. They coded the menu correctly. It's dynamically scaled no matter what kind of resolution, just like in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and in all kind of, not in all Counter-Strike, but Global Offensive also dynamically scaled. So no matter what kind of resolution, it's not going to be small, it's going to be big. Because I believe they're using the font, which is the vector font. It's a vector, so it's scalable dynamically by itself. But the scope is a sprite. It's an image, 2D static image, and they're using the static position. I'm assuming it as a software developer in a proper way. Make sure it's dynamic. Base as again on the resolution, and then you divide and you position the scope as a sprite. This is how I would do it as a software developer. Beautiful visuals at very high with 4 times anti-aliasing right now. MSAA anti-aliasing, which is very heavy anti-aliasing. One of the best anti-aliasing methods. It's just unbelievable. I'm about, guys, to go to bed. It's a night time. Beautiful. Just unbelievable. I think it's January 20th already, 2024. So this is the world's record, guys. You know who did the world record in Counter-Strike 2 PC game in 10K video resolution? UHDking, and I'm gonna show you above. And it was done in January 19, 2024. That's January 20th, 2024. Alright, we're done with that. Let me go ahead and try the ADAX. Hopefully it's not gonna freeze the whole video recording. Sometimes it does when it's overloading the video RAM, because I'm recording this again on the same computer using Nvidia Shadowplay, and it takes about 10% of the resources while it's doing it. Not 10. On Turing GPU architecture, it's like 7% of the resources, 5-7%. So just add 7% to the FPS counter additionally, and you're gonna be golden. So let's go ahead and put the maximum now. That's going to be a crazy. I'm just gonna use the very high, and as you saw already, it was crazy before. It was like probably 1-2 FPS, and it's probably overloading the video RAM. Keep your eye at the left top corner. We're gonna find out what's going on there. Let's wait. It's not freezing. It's still doing something. It's 0 FPS, so it's not even rendering in real time. That's why. But Nvidia driver can pick up. Look at this system RAM utilization, 30,000 megabytes. The total system RAM right now is 32,000 megabytes, which is 32 gigabytes. And we just reached 30 gigabytes right now in system RAM utilization. We offloaded like what? And 24 gigabytes of video RAM utilization. Like I told you, 24,400 megabytes. Exactly. We overloaded our video RAM, but thanks to the Nvidia driver and Source 2 game engine knows how to offload the data, and we went from 13 gigabytes of system RAM all the way to 30 gigabytes of system RAM. So we offloaded around 70 gigabytes of video RAM into the system RAM. So 24,000 gigabytes plus 17 gigabytes. So it's going to be 42 gigabytes is required. So 44 gigabytes is required to be able to run Counter-Strike 2 PC game or CS2 game in 10K video resolution, maximum visuals, which is very high preset, including the E times MSA. If you don't want to offload some data from a video RAM into the system RAM, that's going to slow down the FPS, and that's going to slow down the texture loading. Keep that in mind. Alright, so alright, let me go ahead and try to escape and close the game, and hopefully let me go ahead and do that. Hopefully before we're gonna do it, let me apply the Windows full screen. Hopefully we're gonna upload some data while cleaning the garbage collector, unnecessary data from a system RAM and video RAM, and maybe it's going to be something better. But 30 gigabytes of system RAM utilization is crazy. So we offloaded as minimum 17 gigabytes from a video RAM. While 24 gigabytes is already used, we offloaded additional 17 gigabytes from a video RAM into the system RAM. Guys, this is crazy. So 24 gigabytes plus 17 gigabytes will be like as minimum almost 42 gigabytes. I would say 44 gigabytes just to be safe, just for 10K video resolution, very high visual preset with E times MSA anti-aliasing. So look like, guys, 16K video resolution is not going to be possible, but we're going to find out on the Titan RTX. I think it probably needs to have at least 40 gigabytes of video RAM, maybe even more. And this is crazy for the games such as Counter-Strike 2. It's just too much. This game is not so detailed. It's gonna have some low triangle geometry here, not too much polygons. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me go ahead and load it again. Let's go ahead and have a look. I will try to bench it, but as again, it's not going to be healthy FPS, because if you are offloading that much data from a system RAM into the video RAM, it's pretty much the latency delay will be way above 1000 milliseconds, or way above 300 milliseconds, and when the latency delay above 150 milliseconds, that's a clear sign that you're not going to deliver a healthy FPS. So you can bench it just to find out the results, but as again, the FPS is not healthy, because if the Titan RTX was equipped just like RTX 8000 video card, Quadro RTX 8000 video card with 48 gigabytes of video RAM, but with the same Nvidia TU102 GPU, Nvidia Turing GPU architecture, same identical GPU, but only equipped with 48 gigabytes of video RAM, and it's a register video RAM, error correction video RAM, like a server video RAM type of, but on a video RAM, and it's checking the error, so it will be never black screen. Black screen actually without any data displayed, it's an error. Keep that in mind. So yeah, we're a little bit low on the system RAM. From 30 gigabytes, 30,000 or 30,000 megabytes, we went like to 21,000 megabytes or 21 gigabytes. So the garbage collector, you better 1,000 milliseconds latency delay. I was right. MS by the FPS stands for the milliseconds latency delay. So it's a latency delay before every single frame is rendered. So right now we render like 1 FPS. So 1000 milliseconds is 1/1000th of the second. That's crazy. Before every single frame is rendered, just through the driver pipeline, to the video card and driver pipeline, it was hardware and software before it's reaching to your screen. Keep that in mind. And screen also creates additional delay of latency. I mean, guys, I can test it, but we can already see the texture on this soldier is not loaded. It's just a low quality texture, or maybe just a color texture without the texture details, as you can see. So I mean, to test it doesn't make any sense. We can freeze up, so I'm not gonna test it. I mean, 1 FPS is not real-time benchable experience, so we're gonna quit that. But I just saw 6.5 FPS. It's increasing. I don't know how Nvidia does it, but Nvidia driver somehow does it. Go ahead and watch my video on the Cyberpunk while I ran on the Xeon E5 2697 V2 CPU from 2013 with the 24 threads or 12 physical cores. Very old school CPU, but was running 3.2 gigahertz, but it's slower than i9-9900K by about 30% as minimum. FPS will be higher on i9-9900K, and I'm going to test it. I didn't test the Cyberpunk yet on Titan RTX on i9-9900K above 8K UHD. I'm going to go ahead and do it so you can compare with Xeon E5 2699 V2 running 3.2. But you're gonna see the video RAM utilization was like 30 gigabytes, and then as again it went down, and I'm not sure how Nvidia does it. But as again, guys, I'm not gonna test it. We can already see that the soldier doesn't have the full texture, so it's not updating in real time. I think it's not pulling in real time. It can freeze, it can blue screen it, or it's not gonna generate the healthy FPS anyway. So I'm pretty sure a Titan RTX will show much higher FPS, probably right around 9 or 7 FPS if it would be having enough of a video RAM. And enough video RAM as again if it would be equipped as Quadro RTX 8000 video card that is the same Nvidia Turing GPU architecture, but featuring same GPU, but featuring as again 40 gigabyte of video RAM. But that video card in 2018 when Titan RTX was released cost $8,000 plus. You can buy it used. You know, if you have it used, you can send it to me. I'm gonna test it under 16K video resolution, but guys, I cannot afford that, so I need to have your support. If you would be supporting me like die hard fans, then I would test it. But I better test the RTX 3090 video card, RTX 3090 Ti video card, and RTX 4090 video card, which is the newer GPU architecture with much higher raw power performance in terms of generating FPS in the future over the UHDking.com. So don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more great videos. A lot of time, money, energy is invested, and we're about to wrap up. Before we're gonna wrap up, let me demonstrate for you guys actually that that 16K video resolution is maximum video resolution under the, no matter what kind of rendering API you're using. This is the information under the CUDA. Let me zoom out a little bit and check it out. XYZ width, height, and depth, which is 3D texture size, 16,384 pixels. So it's not 16K UHD, it's just 16K video resolution. It'll by 1000 pixels higher. It's not like 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio that is 16K UHD video resolution. It's not like that. It's just 1000 pixels above than that, but it's a maximum. As you can see, 32K video resolution as 2D can be possible. And if you are a great software developer, you can actually use the 2D classes and emulate 3D surface, 3D world, 3D canvas under all kind of different APIs. It says different stuff. Under the CUDA it says 3D surface, as you can see. Same thing, 16,084 pixels. But check it out, 2D surface under CUDA, and this is the maximum renderable resolution under the CUDA only. CUDA outperforming any other open source or 3D real-time rendering API or commercial APIs, because 2D surface 131,000 pixels on width and 65,000 pixels on height, not 32,000 pixels width and height, just like any other APIs that I'm about to demonstrate. This is crazy because Nvidia developed the GPUs and the best GPUs in the world. So CUDA API that Nvidia is managing right now is capable to do that as best a 2D rendering API for the 2D surface. 3D surface will be the same as any other API. OpenCL, another API, same deal, but 32K as 2D image. Okay. Some information for those who's curious. So Titan RTX has actually to utilize under the API without the operating system 24,575 megabytes. Some games cannot utilize that, so it's utilizing 24,460 megabytes, but some can utilize all the way fully that, especially if you're gonna develop a game under OpenCL. Not a lot of people doing that. Usually they're using it OpenCL for 3D rendering, not in real time. Keep that in mind. Alright, so this is that, and OpenGL, another great open source API. Same deal, guys. 32K for 2D, 32,000, and 16,384 pixels width, height, and depth. 3D texture size, and the same deal will be under, it's not even called 3D surface, 3D world, 3D canvas under OpenGL. Vulkan, open source, great, also great open source API. 16,384 3D image surface and 32,768 under 2D image size. So Nvidia CUDA is dominating, as you can see. This is the Vulkan, very famous API. Alright, and DirectX will be 16K video resolution as well. Let me demonstrate it for you. DirectX, see that? 16K video resolution, 16,384, the same deal. Alright, that's it, guys. I showed you that before wrapping up for this newcomers, for the naysayers, but mostly for the newcomers. I don't care about naysayers. And let me show you that my display settings, actually an Nvidia driver was set. As you can see, I'm using the zoom tool. I just opened the desktop resolution, 10,880 by 5,760 pixels. Right now I'm using the zoom tool 1600%. Try to do something like that in 4K UHD. Everything will be so pixelated. 100% scale. Okay, beautiful. 100% scale just for the best results, just to make sure it's natively not resolution. I mean, you can do 500 scale, but sometimes in some games it's not gonna do the native. It's not gonna recognize as native. It's using some scale. Alright, and Nvidia driver. I promise you the Nvidia driver. Here we go. NVIDIA control panel. let me show you that, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Let me show you something real quick. Check it out, guys. So let me zoom it in for you to 1600%. Try to do something like that to 4K UHD, and you're gonna see everything is so sharp right here because alright. Let me show you the driver. This part wasn't hacked, only the resolution was hacked to emulate it through the system RAM debugger tool, but the driver set to the maximum performance and the texture set at the quality, so maximum quality for the textures. If you're running above 8K UHD video resolution, you want to set your texture to quality, otherwise what's the point, right? Change resolution. Let me show you the resolution. So I tweaked the, check it out, guys. Recognize as 10,880 by 5,760. Okay, and Windows 10 Professional Operating System recognized it as well. Without the DSR, you didn't see any DSR in the Nvidia driver. Let me show it to you. And the Nvidia driver doesn't think it's DSR. So it's rendering completely native without any DSR methods. But under Titan RTX video card, it's called DSR Legacy. See, the DSR is off. Where's the DSR? Right here is off. Right, DSR factor is off. See that? Let me zoom out. And with the RTX 40 series video cards, they call the DSR, not DSR Legacy. And that type of DSR is going to use some artificial intelligence. But keep in mind, it's not the upscaling. It's still going to render in that native resolution and downscale and display for you, but it's going to use per some frames artificial intelligence. So some frames will be using a little bit of scale, but it's using the artificial intelligence by Nvidia. So nice. So that DSR is good as native DSR. That is again under Turing GPU architecture. It's called the DSR Legacy, and Turing GPU architecture doesn't have the DSR, the newer DSR that you already using some artificial intelligence just for some frames. Okay, just to boost up the FPS. But as again, do not confuse it with the DLSS. DLSS technology by the Nvidia is the upscale, and it's not native resolution. But it's so great with the DLSS 3, and when they're going to release the DLSS 4 version, I believe it's going to be with the RTX 5000 series video cards. It's going to be as good as DSR, and it's going to be unbelievable. But right now you're watching the native. This is the native experience. So if you're going to have something like that build up out of the some screen, the array 10,880 by 5,760 pixels, plus minus 1-2 FPS will be the similar performance as you just watched on the same system, which is i9-9900K overclock at 5.1 GHz and Nvidia Titan RTX video card. Okay, you saw everything what you need to see. As again, don't forget to smash that like button. I'm about to go to bed, I'm so tired. And share it with your friends, guys, everywhere where you wanted to share it. Use it for your discussions, and check out the playlist. I'm gonna dedicate the playlist where you can find all the resolutions. Will be available over the UHDking.com playlist in Construct 2 benchmarks on the Titan RTX and Titan RTX SLI with 2 Titan RTX video cards and 2-way SLI by Nvidia, as well as future video cards, future processors, future computer systems, and future mobile devices, handheld devices will be tested as well. Thank you so much for watching. UHDking was with you today. This is the world record, most likely. Let me show it to you. Yep, it's already 20th, January 20th, but it was on January 19th. So the people that showing you that GTX 1050 guy, that showing you the 8K HD and he hit 2 million vouchers, but he tricked you guys. He's there for profit, not for the information as UHDking. His 8K HD under RTX 4090 video card didn't show the problem with the scope. And I'm showing you the newer version with the updated version of the Construct 2 PC game or CS2 PC game, and it still has the problem with the scope. And in January 20th 2024, and this is how it was in the late October 2023. So, and he recorded like in the November 2023. So he's lying. He's not native, and you can watch my 8K HD native and you're gonna see that scope problem, and you know why. So go ahead and share it if you have connection with the developers, what's going on. And don't forget to smash it, guys. This video actually deserved the 2 million views, and hopefully 12K video resolution will be available. If not, I'm gonna let you know in the description of this video. Then 24 gigabytes is the limitation of the video RAM. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good morning, good night, whatever you're watching it. And happy 2024. And I will see you guys in the next videos over the UHDking.com, or check out iplay4k.com, iplay8k.com, or iplay16k.com, or my project sliready.com, slireadygames.com for Nvidia SLI technologies. If you're trying to learn how to create the profiles, how to utilize more than one video card that's supporting Nvidia SLI, go ahead and check it out, as well as 15,260 times 8,640.com, my project dedicated to 16K UHD gameplays, 16K UHD gaming, 16K UHD videos, and 16K UHD benchmarks. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Till the next time. Peace!